National phonetic alphabet. Oh, good luck with that. It's like I've been thinking about that. Why don't we have base 10 time taking? Like here, it's, I don't know if you see this, but my clock up here says it's 21:42. Like, why don't we have base 10? Like, why isn't an hour 100 minutes long? Why is it 60? It's the same with IPA. It just won't happen. Like, such big changes. Never say never. It won't happen in our lifetimes. I heard someone argue that we should switch to Kelvin, but I don't know. Celsius works just fine. Celsius and Kelvin is pretty much the same. It's just 0 point is different. Well, you can't have negative Kelvin. 0 is 0. There it is. It's too much of a hassle. Like, in general, life is pretty good or getting better. And making a huge switch like that, just like from Fahrenheit to Celsius or Celsius to Kelvin, which is way smaller change than this. That's like a small swap, but a big change like that, we're so short-sighted. Moment, like politically, we're very short-sighted. Most of us think of politics in bursts of 4 years, perhaps 8, and like when we're thinking in just a couple of years and swap like that, it's just too big a hassle. It's too much work. We're too lazy. Life is too good. We would need it to become an issue, like a proper issue. Like the biggest thing that happened in Sweden was like in the 70s. Is that 50 years ago? 40, 50 years ago? That's when we switched from, we made a mistake of starting driving on the left side of the road. And we had to switch over to the right side of the road because the rest of Europe drives on the right. So just overnight switched. But that's a huge effort. We don't, too short-sighted to get those things doing. Like, we don't want our politicians to give us hard tasks. Changing an alphabet? Holy shit. Fuck that. Most people would say. Even though I like the idea personally. I heard an interesting argument for base 2 math. There you go. That is that is quite interesting. The argument goes like this. Like, we have 10 fingers. That's why we do base 10 math right now, right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. While the argument for base 2 math, well, one argument is that we get better at computers, since computers are binary, 0 and 1. And the second argument, actually, I only need to use one hand for that, is that we have 1, 2, 3, no, wait, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. See, I'm only using 4 fingers and I'm already at 10. So if we would learn to count like this, like from children, the argument is that we would get way better at math, like the mental gymnastics part, like quick adding and stuff like that. Because if we would learn base 2 from that part, we could go way higher than 10 with just our fingers, and we'd probably have, what are they called, mnemonics, for way more head calculations. That's an interesting argument. Something that as well will never happen during our lifetimes, if ever. There are probably so many bad things about base 2 math that I don't know about. So, not very good at math.